So actually, whatever you have done so far, that is accepted. Anything on the path of enlightenment. But now, here begins the yoga exposition, expounding the yoga science, because that has not been done before. So far you have not learned it. See, the word science, we wrote 5,500 letters, to many scientific foundations in the country when I was in the Manager Foundation, to know the definition of yoga science. We never got any reply. What do you mean by science? In philosophy, the word truth, there is no definition on this. Our language is so shallow. Words are so empty. And actually, when the words themselves are dark, how can they give us light? So anything that you have read, your knowledge is based on the dark words, which is merely ignorance. That's what the monastic order says. You have to know something more. Whatever you have done, forget it. Neither we condemn nor we accept, but now here begins the exposition of yoga science. What is that exposition? Patanjali is not talking about body first. He is not talking about soul. He is talking about thinking self, mind. Yoga chitta-vritti nirodha. Yoga means obtaining control over the modifications of mind. There are two meanings for this. With the methods which are being explained to you by your teacher, with the help of yogic methods, you attain the wisdom. This is one meaning. By having control over mind and modification, that is called yoga, that is second meaning. But there is a vast difference. There are some methods which teacher says, by using those methods, by applying those methods, you can have control over the mind and its modifications. What do you mean by control? I am sure this word is not a right word to be used. Having learned to direct your mind, which is a force between your mortal and immortal self. Body and breath, this is one unit. Individual soul that exists beyond mind and its modifications, conscious and unconscious, is different unit. This lies between, this wall is between. This is an obstacle for the ignorant. This is a means for the wise. Maneva manushyanam karanam bandhamokshayo. The same mind which is considered to be an obstacle can be used as useful tool. Provided you know your mind. There are many methods of knowing mind, and we will try to probe and explain and understand all the various methods used in ancient and modern times. But Patanjali's method seems to be so accurate, very accurate. So he says, mind and modifications. If you train your body and apply all your sources to train your body, you will never know truth. So Patanjali is not talking about body first. He directly goes to the mind and its modifications. Patanjali is not talking something overhead talking about soul directly. He talks about mind. Then Patanjali says, when you have understood the importance of experiential knowledge, now there are many ways of receiving knowledge. You hear something and you acquire knowledge. You see something, you acquire knowledge. You taste something, you acquire knowledge. This knowledge is considered to be knowledge received through sense perception. There is another way. Instinctual knowledge. Sometimes you don't use your sense, but your instincts give you some glimpse of knowledge. You will see that instinctual knowledge is very active in the animal kingdom. If you have a pet, by chance there is some natural calamity, you will find pet is missing from the house. Because the animal is so close to the nature, for nature governs the life of animal completely, but not of our we human being. We have our own mind and its modifications. So their nature, they are in tune with the nature, so they know if there is anything happening in the nature, earthquake, lightning, you see. You will see, in lightning, very few animals die. Only those animals which cannot walk. Because they know, animals know. Anything happening in natural kingdom. What is this knowledge? Instinctual knowledge. There is another knowledge that is called knowledge through mind. When you have learned all the mind and its modifications, what is manas? What is the function of manas? That particular faculty in our life which says if you do this, it is going to happen like this. If you do not do this, it is not going to happen like this. Before you do something, there is subtle argument in your mind. Shall I do it or not? If something important comes, I have to choose whether I have to go through these steps or jump. Immediately the choice is there and I have to decide like this. But if I have not trained my buddhi, then I will be thinking, shall I jump or shall I go this way? Shall I jump or shall I go this way? By that time, the bus is gone. You see. So what I mean to say, when you understand all the modifications of mind and try to train all the modifications of mind and understand their coordination, their relationship, it becomes very easy. Then all the decisions that you take will be accurate. Anything you do will be fruitful. When you go through that indecisiveness for a long time and cannot decide, today's intellectuals do often go through that problem. They have a serious problem of not deciding to do things on time. You see. This is a serious problem with today's intellectuals. They sharpen their intellect only on one direction and they do not know how to decide because they have not sharpened another faculty of the same buddhi, another aspect of same buddhi which deals with decisiveness, discrimination and judging. We will explain all this in details. You know, if someone comes for a day and do not come after 3 days and say, I will listen to Swami Rama on Yoga Sutras, after 2 days he will not understand anything. Those who are here,